What's up, guys? We're back. Another trifecta. We've been MIA for about 2 months in quarantine with COVID, but Taxi and I are back, and it's been about 2 months, but we got some topics to talk about, so let's start it off. We're sponsored by Haribo Gummy Bears because what better time is we're getting close to the green phase, green wave in Philadelphia. Some of you other states are getting there. And what's better than gummy bears? Taxi likes it. Maybe he likes chicken more. He's waiting for this to be over so he can eat his chicken dinner. So let's get to it. The first leg of the trifecta. Let's talk about the Eagles, guys. We've been talking about the Jamal Adams potential trade from the Jets. I got a lot of New York Jets fans, or they feel like the Philly pain, the Jets pain year after year. Jamal Adams is under contract for a couple more years under a good price. He said he wants out, so he lists all the best teams, the Eagles being one of them. Dallas is on his list. If Dallas somehow found a way to get him, Dallas is going to win, potentially go to the Super Bowl. Dallas can't afford him because they have Ezekiel Elliott. They got Dak Prescott. Taxi's like, he's going to jump off the table if Dallas gets Jamal Adams. The Eagles are in the mix. I personally don't think it's going to happen. But if you're telling me you can trade Zach Ertz and a second-round pick for Jamal Adams, you do it. You put Jamal Adams in the secondary. You pair him with Rodney McLeod. You got Darius Slay at corner, maybe Mills at corner. You got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Barnett. That's a formidable defense that I like. Everyone sort of gets to play in position if you could do it. But I don't think the Jets want Zach Ertz. I don't think they want Dallas Goedert. I would give either of them as Taxi's ready to jump off a bridge because he wants Jamal Adams too. So we'll see what happens. I don't see that trade going through. I think the Jets are just smoke screening. They're waiting to see if they can get some first-round picks. The Eagles aren't going to do it. If I'm the Eagles, I offer Zach Ertz in a second, and I do the deal. We'll see. It helps us. So that's trifecta number one. Trifecta number two. Let's talk Sixers. NBA is back. I'm about to have some Jerry Stackhouse gummy bears. That's what he would do. Season's going to start up back in Orlando late July. What does this mean for the Sixers? It was looking really bleak. If you remember, they were the 6th seed. So right now, before the 8 games in the regular season start, they were at the 6th seed. They were going to play, I think it was Boston at the 3. With 8 games left in the season, I think they could get in that 4 or 5 matchup, and Indiana's going to drop, and they're most likely going to play Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. That's going to be a tough series, but I think they could win that. So then you're looking at the Bucks in the second round. Surprisingly, I think the Sixers have nothing to lose. They're a dangerous team on paper. They might have even more talent than the Bucks with Tobias, with Al Horford, with Ben Simmons and Embiid. Ben Simmons was all banged up. Joel Embiid could have used the rest. Al Horford needed the rest. Josh Richardson needed the rest. So all those guys now are healthy. It helps to match up with those Bucks. Bucks were formidable with Giannis, but I think that's what it is. Personally, if they can avoid the Celtics at all costs, I think they can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think the Bucks are going to do it. I think it's going to be all Boston Celtics. I think Brad Stevens, as a coach, he's got these guys ready. I think the Lakers and the Celtics are going to be in the finals, and we'll see. But the Sixers, potentially, I think them and the Nuggets, there's a lot of interesting things. So we'll see. Third, final leg of the trifecta. Let's talk about what this means now with the leagues going in. I'll give you my thoughts. So we got the NBA, Orlando, late July. Little crazy now that Florida's getting back to surge. They're pushing the reins back and seeing what's going to happen there. I don't know. Baseball, I don't know what's going to happen there either. 50-50, it took forever to get the deal done. They're going to have a 60-game season. There's a lot of teams, more players than basketball and management, etc., coaches in some bad states that are surging. So what are you going to do that way? What's concerning is what do you do with these cases? For baseball, I think it was 5 Phillies got tested and had coronavirus. With the NBA, I think 4 Sacramento Kings players like Buddy Hield and company had the coronavirus. The NBA actually publicly put out a statement that they tested the entire NBA, so call it 300 players, and 13 of them had it. So what is that, 3 to 4%? So let's run the scenario, guys. This is what gives me a problem. I actually think baseball and basketball, I think the seasons are going to go out there for sure. But let's say a player on a team comes down with the coronavirus. What are you going to do? I think you have no other choice but to shut down the entire team, and then you're going to forfeit those games. And what are you going to do? You're going to forfeit them probably for a 2-week quarantine before you can get them up and running. What if there's multiple NBA teams that have that happen? What are you going to do then? What if Kawhi Leonard, what if LeBron James gets the virus? Then what do? You're going to shut down the whole league? What I worry about not so much is the 8-game regular season left. I worry about the playoffs. What happens if you're in a pivotal game 7 and then one of the teams gets a coronavirus case on one of the players and you have to forfeit? So then by default, you lose, and then the same issues with baseball. So what I'm thinking is both of these things are going to come up. They're going to get the season started, but I just don't see how it's possible we're not going to have coronavirus cases, and then you're going to have more and more forfeited games, and I think I could see the leagues both being shut down. And then if that's what's going to happen, there's no way the NFL, college football, is going to start on time, and then that's going to get delayed. And every other sport, I'm an NBA guy by heart, a college basketball man by heart, but NFL's a second love after that. The country is mostly NFL, college football. If we don't have NFL and college football going on, it's going to be crazy. That's what people care about most. If that doesn't start or get delayed, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't look good, but I think bottom line, we'll start them. I don't know that we're going to get finished and have it crowned champion. So that's what we got. That's the Triple Crown, another trifecta. We'll see what happens. Everyone keep wearing your masks. We're close. Enjoy the summer. It's not the same as it always is. Eat some gummy bears. We'll see what happens. We'll be back soon. V Productions. We're out of here, guys.